so funny because if you notice, all the cast the first week, the second week was like doing live videos all the time, and everybody was excited. And then we all got a taste of how negative a lot of people online are, and now everybody's just kind of like, I just kind of want this over. You know, a lot of people on the cast, I talk to them on the phone and stuff, and they're just kind of like over it. You know what I mean? Because people have been so ugly and rude. I mean, I think every cast member respectively has gotten their own share of haters clubs, and it's exhausting. You know what I mean? You're human. You know what I mean? So you can ignore it, but it does get old when people are just like, you know, very judgmental, and a lot of people, frankly, are just very dumb. You know, like, I don't understand this or that, and it's like, again, you're watching it on TV. So, you know, it's taught me a lot. This experience has taught me a lot about people. And that's the main reason I wanted to, you know, be on TV and do this TV show, was to have the experience of being on TV. And unfortunately, I've seen a lot of good things, but unfortunately, I've seen a lot of bad. And it's just the way people behave. And, you know, some people just literally get online to be negative. And then if I speak up, like I had this happen to me today. I saw something and I responded very nicely. And then people, oh my God, I mean, you're a public figure. You know, you signed up for a reality show. Like, you know, learn how to take a joke. And it's like, you know, do you understand how many people watch this show and how many comments there are that me or any of the other cast members every day, we read hundreds of negative comments. I respond to one and I can't take a joke. So again, in this business or this type of thing, you just can't win. You know, it's either you sit and let people verbally bash and abuse you, or if you speak up, then oh my God, like Tim's whining again. That's all he does is complain, and it's bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, we're in the worst situation ever, and I'm not saying cry as a river, but it's just like, you know, we're supposed to just sit back and take it, or we're, you know, arrogant, sensitive, and again, it's so funny to me the way people have double standards. Never been to Alaska. My dad has been there twice. He loves it. It's one of his favorite places to go. Why do you treat Jennifer like you don't like her? Are you that intimidated by her? No, I'm not intimidated by her. I mean, she's a very beautiful woman. I don't think that I'm treating her like I don't like her. I think I'm treating her that I'm just being very cautious because, you know, I've had some bad experiences in the past. Just because you're not throwing yourself at somebody to have sex doesn't mean that you're not treating them with dignity and respect. So, thank you very much, Mommy Toilo. Appreciate you and your mom's support. Yeah, exactly. You don't want to be blinded by emotion, you know. Again, it's a weird situation when you're dating someone that lives overseas. You feel time constraint. You know, you got a few weeks to make up your mind if you're just going to go back home and continue, or if you're going to try to advance your relationship. And it's different than being at home and, you know, meeting somebody on Tinder and just going out to the movies, and then you kind of just go home and make up your mind if you want to call them again or not. It's a lot different when you know that if you want to see that person again, it's going to be months, you know, before you can actually have some face-to-face time. So again, these are all factors that you have to take in. And somebody pointed out, hey, oh, Tim's always got an excuse for everything. But no, it's realistic. You know, I'm not making excuses. I'm not perfect, and clearly, you know, I have issues. I mean, I think everybody does to an extent, but I also think that a lot of people are unfair with not really seeing, you know, how the situation is. For one, you've got a film crew with you. For two, you're in another country. For three, you know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff going on that makes it an abnormal situation. So, definitely support you. Wish she would be nicer to you. Seem like such a nice guy. Thank you very much. All she's concerned about is sex. You're making a smart choice. And she's been hurt too, and you probably want to be... Yeah, exactly. And with Jennifer, you know, when we filmed that, I was 38. I just turned 39. Jennifer's 25. I've been through a 10-year relationship, an 8.5-year, you know, me and Ron were together for 8.5 years and engaged for 7 of those years. So I definitely was trying to be the more level-headed one, because I feel like, you know, maturity levels are a little bit different. I'm not saying Jennifer's not mature by any means, but I just think that, you know, I've been through a lot more relationships, and I've seen kind of what makes relationship fails. And she got married at a very early age and, you know, had a child. So I definitely feel responsibility to kind of be the one that's like putting the brakes on. and just kind of like, let's not rush, let's take our time. But then on the flip side of that, I'm in the back of my mind, I'm like, fuck, I gotta go back home soon. I'm in another country, I gotta go back home and start working. So, I kind of want to like make some shit happen, but at the same time, not make a mistake. So again, it's a very weird situation to be in. Sorry the comments didn't catch up. I'm not gonna stay all long tonight, guys. I was just thinking, man, like this episode pissed so many people off, and I was just kind of like thrown back by it, but it is what it is, I guess. People see what they want. Lots of questions about what you do for a living. I sell guns, and I'm surprised that anyone would ask that at this point. That's why I post gun photos on my page. It's not because I'm trying to be a wannabe gangster, it's because that's what I sell for a living. Glad you came on to clarify things. Makes me feel well, thank you. That's the point. I mean, I know some people will be negative and be like, this guy's making excuses, but again, like, you always have to remember, nobody, even like people you're not watching on TV, you don't know the whole story to anything. So I've been through a lot in my life, and I know a lot of people in this chat probably have too, and I've had my heart broken, and I've had unfortunate things happen to me. And yes, at my age now, I'm a lot more careful because, anybody that's had their heart broken or, gone through some bad shit in life, I think as humans we put up barriers to try to protect ourselves from that happening again. And obviously you're not supposed to bring baggage to a new relationship, but it's impossible to just forget things. So, when you start seeing a glimpse of something that you remember hurt really fucking bad, it's very easy and actually kind of smart in a way to kind of like, ooh, let me rethink about this because I don't want to put myself in a bad situation again. iPads I use are from beautykitchen.net. I'm pretty sure they're still running that promotion. If you use coupon code GRINGO, GRINGO, you will get $10 off a $30 order or more. Thank you for asking about that. You went to school with my husband, Taylor? Cool. What school? Are you going to try and date a U.S. girl this time? You have to wait and see what happens in the next couple weeks. I got to see some Avery through this. How it happened with him. Avery, let me tell you, Avery is a really nice girl, man. I really like Avery. I've got to talk to her a few times, and she's a lot smarter than people think she is. She knows what she's doing, and even though she's young, she's very mature for her age. I was impressed by her. I am American, German, and Scotch-Irish descent. Yes, Latinas are a handful. Thank you very much, Witty Tulip. I appreciate the support dearly. Scorpio Land, that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Let's get rid of you. I'm getting tired of the transgender stuff. I was kind of like sitting back and letting things happen with The Secret, but now that I'm not transgender, so I don't really love the comments. It's disrespectful to people that are, I think, because even though it may not be being used as an insult, the way people keep like being abrasive about it, I just feel like if I have any transgender people that are in this chat right now, it's not a big deal. So stop making it a big deal. I'm not going to do live video requests tonight. I wasn't even planning on doing a live tonight. I just jumped on for a minute. But we will do some live video stuff next week. And I'll have Shane back on at some point, probably next weekend. Usually he works during the week, so usually we do something on Friday or Saturday. A lot of people have been writing me asking for Shane to be back on, so I will have him back on in the future. Hello, Adriana and Joseph. What do you think of Mike's intentions with Angela? I don't know. To be honest, I don't like talking about other cast members because for me, I see it on TV like you guys do, and since I am a cast member, I know that what I'm seeing may not be everything that's going on, so it's very like hard for me to draw an opinion. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I mean, it's not easy to be on this show. Like, and again, I hate saying things like this because I feel like people are like, oh my god, you signed up for it. But again, it's definitely, you got to be strong. You got to have thick skin, and you got to be able to just roll with the punches, like, and not let it affect your day. So I admire every cast member for airing their private life on international TV. 42 countries of people watching this show. So say what you want about these people, but they've entertained you for the last 9 Sunday nights, you know. So even if you hate them, even if you love them, just, you know, give them credit that they're putting on a show for you, or I mean, some form of entertainment. So thank you very much, Malice Alice. I always appreciate you, sweetie. Which storyline do I like the best? That's a good question. I'll be honest with you. When I first saw what was going on with Avery, like when the press first came out and I read about her, because obviously I wanted to see. We didn't know who was on the show with us. I mean, that's the thing. We didn't know until TLC released the press release to the public. So, you know, I had heard Darcy was on it, so I was excited about that. But when I read about Avery, I was kind of like, wow, that's strange, you know, her situation. And I was fascinated by it, and then I got to talk to her and you know, get to know her, and it totally changed my opinion on what she was doing. And her mom is really nice too. They're just really good people. Everybody I've met from the show is a genuinely nice person. So, yes, I am a Cancer. Yeah, sorry, the comments are moving very, very fast, people. So I'm not trying to ignore any of you. Thank you very much, Veronica, for apparently you remember my birthday. Yeah, Avery is really sweet, man. Like, and she's gone through a rougher time than me. She's gotten some bad messages from people just being very spiteful. So, you know, it's TV, people. Don't take it so seriously. Like, come on. I am 6 feet tall. Whoever just asked that. You should have fucked her the first night. Well, you know, people roll differently, man. When I was in my 20s, I probably would have, but now it's just not that important. Avery is gorgeous, I agree. She's a very pretty girl. You know, something about Avery, and Avery told me this, it's not like I've seen it, but Avery's hair is actually down to her butt. Like, she's got long, long hair that's hidden in her, I don't know what that's called, I don't want to butcher it, but, yeah, I think Avery's a very beautiful girl. And I think Omar's a handsome guy. I mean, I think they make a great couple. Yeah, exactly. Rosario, perfect comment. If I would have tried to fuck her the first night, then I would have been like the creeper, or like the guy that's like moving too fast. Again, you just can't win. You can't